All right, guys, today I'm going to be talking to you about 3 ways to not spend your money on Pokemon.
I tell you what, you show me a pay stub for $72,000 on it, I quit my job right now and I work for you.
I'm also going to be giving you some tips and tricks on how to counteract these bad habits. Also, stick around to the end of today's episode because I'm going to be giving you today's pro tip of the day. All right, guys, number 1 on our list, don't spend house money on Pokemon.
Did I tell you we'd live like kings or what?
You sure did.
I know this is something we say in passing and jokingly on the channel, but this is definitely a staple and something that I definitely do not do. Don't spend your personal money or your family's money, aka mortgage money, bill money, baby money, whatever. Don't spend that. Have a bankroll approach. Have money set aside. Start with an amount and don't dip into that amount unless you're selling and then rebuying more Pokemon, but you're always using profits from moves that you made in the past. I also used to take the piggy bank approach where I would actually save my money and put it aside. So if I had a goal, let's say there was a box I wanted to buy and it cost $300, I would save money on the side, making little deals here and there and just putting money aside. And then once I hit my goal, I would go out and buy that product and then set it aside, right? So when I first started, I simply just bought a collection for $100 of single Pokemon cards, like of the vintage variety, and I took them out individually and I sold them for more individually. That's something that probably everyone that's watching has done. That's how I started my collection back almost 10 years ago. So keep that into consideration. Also, guys, I see a lot of people in Discord saying that they're going into credit card debt buying Pokemon cards. This is not the way. If it's your only way, I would revert back to my first tip, which is have a bankroll approach or piggy bank it. And I know it doesn't sound like fun because you can't go out and spend $1,000 off the rip, but it is the more practical approach and it will keep you out of hot water long term. Number 2, guys, don't just listen to one person. So I know this is going to be kind of a touchy subject for this particular video because I'm just one person, but spread out your information. Get your info from different people if you can. And something else, if you start hearing the same thing, the same idea, the same notion over and over again from different people, they might be onto something. Maybe it's today's news and the cat's out of the bag and everyone knows about what that one thing is. But you can probably bank on the fact that there is something there and there is some meat on that bone if the idea is the same. Everyone 2 years ago was talking about Evolving Skies. Now Evolving Skies is $350 a box. So there was something there back then. I was one of those people. Tune in and listen to what they're saying.
I think it's also important, guys, no matter who you're listening to or where you're getting your information, always check the receipts. Just like if you're going to a restaurant for the first time, you'd probably check their Yelp reviews. If you're taking serious advice from someone in Pokemon and you're actually making purchases and plays on that advice, check the receipts. Go down in the comments. Go to their Discord if they have one. Check to see what other people are saying about what they're saying. It's a great way to kind of police your own information laterally by checking to see what other people are doing and saying about that person that you're watching on a daily basis.
Number 3, guys, for the love of God, do not wing it.
Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
What do I mean by that? Take calculated risks. Put lines on your field. Have parameters. Have do's and don'ts. And if you're doing a don't, just don't do that. Have a formula.
So just a little context on this idea and what I'm talking about. I take a pretty conservative approach, I would say, in my own mind on the things that I'm buying and for the reasons why I'm buying them. But I definitely do stick to a guideline on does it meet certain criteria, which we're going to talk about in a second. I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your money because, of course, it's your money. Buy what you want. But what I am saying is I definitely also listen to that voice in the back of my head saying, hey, this might be a play. This might be a thing. And if I like it, chances are a lot of other people are going to like it. And if we like it now, I'm just going to assume that we're going to like it in 5 to 10 years from now.
All right, real world scenario on a formula. And this is something that's not dissimilar to what I do myself. Let's take a set that is at least 2 years old. And we go to singles prices and there are 10 cards at least that are over $20. Now, in my opinion, the singles market is what drives the value of sealed product. Also, there's the playability of certain cards and if they're in rotation or not. But if we're just talking in generalities and we're just saying single prices, that is what dictates what the sealed product price is going to be. There are obvious exceptions when the set is well out of print and it's very old. But if we're talking about that gray area, the in-betweeners, then I always revert to singles prices and how strong those are. Okay, now that we have those lines drawn, let's say on this set, we'll take Chilling Reign for example. You can still buy the product for at or near retail, especially the single packs. But if we're talking about sealed product, because a lot of people like sealed product due to the fact that there's going to be some level of guaranteed hits, you don't get that in single packs, right? Could be weighed. If the price of the product is at or around retail and no more than 1.5x, so 50% more than retail, then just go for it. My limit, my cap is 2x retail. If I really like it or I really believe in the product, I'm just going to freaking go for it. There's a give and take of being reasonable and conservative and also taking the leap of faith and being a hero. If you lined yourself up properly, like we've discussed, you're going to have more W's than L's after you take that leap, if you know what I'm saying. All right, guys, today's pro tip of the day. If you can't buy it, trade it. So what do I mean by that? If you cannot buy a certain product, maybe come up with a plan of attack to offer someone even a little bit more value to get what you want and give them an offer that they can't refuse. I see this happen day in, day out in Discord. We have a certain channel in Discord where you can offer up trades. You can we even have another channel where you can post what you're looking for.
I will also admit about Discord, I was really intimidated before I even started my own Discord. I didn't know what it was or how to use it. And a lot of people were in the same boat. Just so you guys know what it is, it's just a forum or a huge chat room that talks about different things, all revolving around Pokemon. It just so happens that the tent on the circus, which is my Discord, is Pokevault, but it is just a place for everyone to kind of come together and communicate, and it has nothing to do with me. There's no entry fee to get in. It's a free place to roam and check out to see what people are talking about. And like I'm saying in the video, there are different channels where you can buy, sell, trade, just talk about Pokemon in general. All of the above. It's all in the link down below. And there's definitely no pressure in joining, but that is where a lot of my community goes to talk when they're not watching me on YouTube.
Maybe those two people, hello, come together.
Get your head out of the gutter.
And they can strike up a deal. This is a perfect way of going back to our core fundamental of not using house money. As far as I'm concerned, if you trade something, you're not using house money, even if you used house money to buy that. But that's besides the point. That's my pro tip of the day, guys. And I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And I'm going to see you guys on the next live or the next episode. Peace.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's time to hit the button already. Do it now. What do you think, I'm dancing for free here?